Most men have no idea why the women they care about slowly lose interest, even when they've done everything right. What I'm about to share isn't sweet, it isn't comforting, but it's the truth that can change the way you see every relationship in your life. Listen, fellas, what I'm about to say might not just sting, it might knock the wind out of you. I've dated over 100 women. Through all the highs, the deep late-night talks, the smiles that seemed genuine, and the silences that felt even more real, I've learned something. Women are not loyal to men. They're loyal to a feeling. If you don't know what that feeling is, if you believe it's safety, comfort, or consistency, you will keep losing her. You'll keep watching her fall out of love while you're still trying to figure out what went wrong. And if this makes you uncomfortable, good. It means you're still alive. It means you haven't gone completely numb. Let's rewind. When I was younger, I thought I knew the game. Be nice, be respectful. Don't play games, show up, text first, compliment her. Be the man she says she wants. So I did exactly that. And in return, I got ghosted, ignored, used, and lied to. I watched women I treated like queens leave me for men who didn't even know how to spell respect. Each time, I told myself the same lie. Maybe I'm just not enough yet. Maybe I need to try harder. So I tried harder. I picked her up, paid for everything, complimented her shoes, listened to her vent for hours, dropped my boundaries, sacrificed my time, my sleep, even my dignity, just to make her feel special. And guess what? She still left. Not just once. Again and again and again. Until one day I asked myself a dangerous question. What if this isn't about effort at all? What if the very things I was doing to make her stay were the same things making her leave? That thought cracked something inside me. So I stopped trying to be right and started watching what actually worked. I began dating without expectations. I observed instead of chasing. I noticed patterns instead of making excuses. That's when it hit me. Women are not loyal to your kindness, your consistency, or even your heart. They are loyal to how you make them feel, and not just any feeling. It's the chase, the mystery, the unpredictability, the emotional roller coaster that feels like life to her nervous system. Whether they admit it or not, women are wired to crave uncertainty. Not because they're bad people, but because uncertainty triggers excitement. The rush of not knowing where things are going often feels like attraction. It's biology. It's psychology. And yes, it's brutal. Example, I once dated a woman, let's call her Maya. Beautiful, smart, independent, the kind of woman who makes you think, yeah, this one's different. I treated her like gold, texted every morning, listened when she was stressed, took her out every weekend, flowers, compliments, the whole package. 3 weeks later, she told me, "You're amazing, but something's missing." And that something? It was the uncertainty, the tension, the thrill of not knowing if she truly had me. She missed the fire that only exists when you're not sure you fully won someone over. So the next time, I did things differently. I didn't always text first. I kept some of my life private. I didn't cancel plans for her. I included her only when it made sense. Suddenly, she was the one chasing, calling at midnight, asking where she stood, wondering who else had my attention. Same man, same heart, different energy. That's when it all became clear. Women don't want cruelty, but they do crave a little danger. Not physical danger, emotional danger. The thrill of not being in complete control. They're addicted to the feeling of winning you over and terrified the moment they feel like they already have you. Here's the harsh truth. Most good guys never figure this out because the world keeps lying to them. Just be nice, just be patient, she'll come around. No man, she won't. Because niceness is not attractive. Kindness with boundaries is. Confidence without attachment is. Presence without neediness is. Be a good man, absolutely. But never confuse being good with being available 24/7 or bending your spine every time she gives you a little attention. Most men believe that the key to loyalty is constant affection, constant reassurance, and endless availability. They think love is proven through always being there, always giving, and never letting her doubt them for a second. But here's the reality. Overgiving is the fastest way to drain attraction and turn passion into routine. Affection, or turning into a puppy just because she smiled at you, that's not love. That's performance. And performance has a smell. She can sense it from miles away. It tells her that you are no longer acting from strength, but from fear. It says, "Please like me, please stay." And nothing kills desire faster than a man who treats himself like a salesman begging for approval. The shift from neediness to power. So, what should you do instead? You become the chase. You become the man who knows exactly who he is, with or without her. Your sense of identity isn't hanging by the thread of her approval. You have your own mission, your own passions, your own life that exists outside of her world. That means you text back when you feel like it. Not out of obligation, but because you genuinely want to connect in that moment. It means you can cancel plans, not to punish her, but because your life already has purpose and structure. You keep your cards close. You make her earn your time and attention, because it's valuable. When you operate like this, you're not cold or unkind. You're just living in a way that communicates, "I choose you, but I don't need you." That's magnetic. Why over-explaining kills attraction? You don't answer every "what are we" question with a spreadsheet of your emotions. You smile, you enjoy, you connect in the moment, but you don't beg for her reassurance. You don't over-explain your feelings like you're submitting a report, and you definitely don't try to erase her doubts. Why? Because her doubts are not the enemy. They are the fuel. They are what keep her heart engaged. They are what create that invisible string pulling her toward you. When you rush to remove all uncertainty, you also remove the spark. Think about it. When has anyone been truly obsessed with something they felt they had completely? The mind craves mystery. The heart craves a little danger. What actually keeps her loyal? It's not your gifts. It's not your perfect attendance record in the relationship. It's not your loyalty, your daily good morning texts, or your willingness to be on call like a personal assistant. What keeps her loyal is the feeling of earning you. The sensation that she's still in the game. The awareness that you are a man with depth. Someone she could spend a lifetime discovering and still not fully unravel. It's the uncertainty of never fully having you. It's the challenge of winning your attention and keeping it. It's being kept on her toes because she knows your self-worth doesn't live and die by her validation. Becoming the storm. She can't predict you want loyalty. Be the storm she can't predict. Be the fire she keeps trying to tame. Even though deep down, part of her hopes she never truly can. This doesn't mean you create chaos for the sake of it. It doesn't mean you play childish games or manipulate emotions. It means you live in your truth so strongly that no one, not even the woman you love, can bend you into something smaller. Why this isn't cruelty? It's respect. I know, this sounds harsh. It sounds like a game. But here's the truth. Love was never meant to be a guarantee. It's not a monthly subscription. It's not a prize handed out for good behavior. Real love is a pull, a gravity, a madness, a mystery. When she feels that with you, she will stay. And she won't even know why. She'll be drawn to the space you hold, to the unpredictability you offer, to the challenge you represent. You'll stop being just another man in her life and start being the man her heart can't ignore. The danger of being fully figured out. The second she feels like she has completely figured you out, the second she believes there's nothing left to discover in you, she's already halfway gone. Because certainty feels safe, but it doesn't feel alive. And if a woman doesn't feel alive with you, she'll seek that feeling somewhere else, even if she doesn't understand why she's doing it. The balance between confidence and care. This doesn't mean becoming a jerk. It doesn't mean withholding love. It means having boundaries so strong that your sense of worth is never up for negotiation. You can still be kind, you can still be romantic, you can still listen and be present. But you do it from a place of choice, not desperation. You show her love because it's who you are, not because you're hoping she'll stay if you give enough. And here's the best part. When you live this way, the right woman will love you even more. Not because you made it easy, but because you made it real. She'll respect the man who can say no just as much as the man who says yes. Final word on loyalty. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to control. You just have to stop giving your soul away to people who haven't earned it. When you understand this, you stop chasing approval and start living with power. And that's when loyalty stops being something you beg for and starts being something she gives freely because she feels it, not because you asked for it. The biggest mistake men make isn't losing the girl, it's losing themselves in the process of trying to keep her. Stop being loyal before she's even invested. Stop laying all your cards on the table and then wondering why she stopped playing the game. I spent years thinking something was wrong with me, that I wasn't good enough, that I just had to try harder to earn her love. Nah, man, that's not it. You have to hold your frame. She's not testing you to hurt you. She's testing you to see if you'll lose yourself for her. And if you do, game over. Your worth doesn't come from chasing. You don't need to chase anyone to be worthy. You don't need to beg to be seen. You don't need to keep proving yourself to someone who's already decided to look away. Because the moment you start betraying your own peace just to keep someone else interested, you've already lost something far more valuable than their attention. You've lost yourself. And here's the truth. You can't build love on desperation. You can't earn loyalty by being endlessly available. You can't convince someone to feel something they don't. No matter how good your heart is, it won't matter to someone who only values the thrill of the chase. It's not that you're hard to love. You're not hard to love. You are just trying to give love to someone who only knows how to crave chaos. That's the hardest part for good men to understand. Sometimes it's not about you at all. Sometimes the other person isn't ready for steady. They're addicted to emotional roller coasters, and you offering them peace feels boring compared to the storm they're used to. The real truth. About loyalty, loyalty is real, but it doesn't go to the man who gives the most. It goes to the man who makes her feel the most unsure, the most challenged, the most emotionally alive. You can hate that truth, or you can use it. But either way, stop begging, stop sending text after text, hoping for a reply that will repair your self-esteem. That silence you're getting, that's your answer. Flip the script. Ask yourself, are you going to keep chasing, or are you going to become the man she wants to chase? Because once you flip that script, everything changes. Not just in dating, but in the way you carry yourself, the way you walk, the way you speak, the way you breathe. You stop being desperate, you stop being predictable, and you start being unforgettable. So yeah, I dated 100 women, but here's what I really learned. If you want loyalty, stop being endlessly available.